So Catherine Nebron returns back to the Palisades, and that's on the 17th?
Yeah.
And she drives up the hill expecting to see her former roommate, lover, and the SUV gone, I guess, because he had told her that the black ops or the CIA, whoever this was going to pick up his body and dispose of it. Instead, she finds that it's still there. And she then gets on the phone with Harlan Braun, who's a pretty well-known celebrity fix-it lawyer. And I guess he then calls the cops. Take it from there for a second.
So after Harlan Braun calls the police then arrive on the scene. They discover the dead body exactly where Harlan told them that the body would be. So then they go to Catherine Nebron-Gorin's apartment. She has a townhouse condo. It's a nice place, but it's not super fancy. It's just like a nice townhouse. So they go into the townhouse and they discover Jeffrey Alan Lash apparently has built in extra doors. He's built in like subdivided hallways and done all sorts of stuff that Nebron-Gorin's lawyer, Harlan Braun, he claims it's about $300,000 worth of damage. So that's just the site of the place. Now inside of the place, inside of the townhouse, there are 6 tons of ammunition, just thousands of guns, 1,200 guns by the estimation of the LAPD, as well as possibly materials they believe were explosives, which required them to clear the neighborhood. So then they cleared the neighborhood, they evacuated all of his immediate neighbors, they sealed down the area, and they started loading out the guns, loading out the explosives, which they could not confirm what they were, so they detonated them there, from what I understand. The Pacific Palisades Post, who was one of the first journalist outlets on the story, they had a photographer who was a neighbor start taking photos of the scene. So that's where we get all of the photos of the guns being loaded out and the garage door being open. And a lot of people online were confused by this, but there was a picture of a bunch of cash on basically a workbench, if you will, in a garage. Well, it turns out that's actually a neighbor's garage because they didn't have enough space in his garage to do all of the money counting. So that's an LAPD money counter, but they did find $230,000 in cash that needed to be counted. So he had lots of cash, lots of guns, ammunition, possible explosives, all loaded up in a not suburban, but basically a residential LA townhouse, which begs so many questions. Why did he need them? I mean, the man only has 2 arms. Why does he need 1,200 guns? So,
$230K in cash, $5 million in guns. Did you say 6 tons of ammunition?
6 tons of ammunition, yeah.
Okay, so, wow. I mean, that's a lot of firepower. And so people begin to ask, and you ask in the story, well, wait a minute. Alien-human hybrid or not, how does dude get so many guns and fly under the radar?